allowing you to speak in this space, even where it doesn't. And don't get me wrong, I am happy that so many more people are like that. I think that's awesome, but it's not equality.
Do you think?
No.
Do you think it's a generational thing? Like, not to be completely horrible, but do you think that older Adventist men are more prone to this than perhaps our peers or those who are a bit younger? Like, do you think there may be a generational change?
This one's actually hard for me because my dad is the most gentle. My mum was, an ass-kicking woman. Like, she was the tough one, and my dad's super gentle. So he wanted to he got married in 1966, and he tried to take my mum's surname.
Oh.
I know, just of his own accord. And so in my family, he'd take us aside and tell me two things. You're so beautiful, you should be a model. And number two, women can do anything. Like these were actually the secret messages that he used to give us. And yet, as a teacher, the people that I notice staying in Adventism are this weird conservative throwback who don't, I'm not seeing an awful lot of progressive kids staying in the church. And so that generational thing is difficult for me. They look at, I don't know if you have it in America, but there's this real hipster Christian phenomenon here where, they all have little beards and, caps and, Mumford and Sons lighting and whatnot, but they are super conservative in a way that I'm like, you really don't think I should be speaking in the church, and you are
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought maybe partly because I grew up within, on the fringe of that really conservative, group of people, because my parents were, with them, and then after I was born, they kind of went to a mainstream church, but I feel like most of the younger people I've met are super conservative, and I wasn't sure whether that was because that's kind of where we were, but yeah, I would agree with you though.
Yeah, I feel like they leave.
Yeah.
I think in my experience...
Yeah, I mean, I left.
Yeah, Dorinda.
I mean, they don't want me because I'm gay, so...
Yeah.
It's worse.
In my experience, my dad's very traditional, but he's always respected what I have to say, although he has taught me to tone it down a lot. But my mother was always...
How to say it effectively.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, politely without offence and very roundabout ways. My mum, though, did fit very much the submissive model until I left home, and then she had a little bit of a personal awakening and became a very strong woman. So I've actually had a completely different modelling where the ideal woman, as per, worth rubies and as per all of Paul's injunctions, was very much modelled to me. So I wonder if that's something that passes down. I think that we have such a variety of female. Do we have female role models that can show us how to be female and how to be faithful, or otherwise? What do you think?
And I think that one takes time. I think when you were talking about generational change, I mean, the women's ordination thing is still being talked about, obviously. And I looked at the picture because Berlin, I don't know if you guys saw this, but the Berlin conference, immediately just said, oh, you've said not to ordain women, we're going to start straight away. And so the General Conference representatives went there, and the meeting is so funny because it's the meeting about women's ordination, and they took a beautiful picture of the whole group of them talking about women's ordination. Because there are no women. There are no women in that picture. Because and people say, it's so cute. But to be in that position of leadership, you do actually experience having been a pastor. And if we haven't grown that through where there are women who have been pastors long enough to take up leadership, we don't have the models. And the less we have the models, the fewer women there are taking it up.
So do you think that something like positive discrimination should be happening? As in positive discrimination to promote women more quickly through the hierarchy so that they do have more of a say?
I think that kind of actually, it has to happen at some level to get it started. I think it's not, I think in 2000, I think there was a group formed